My name is Midshipman Boyd from Concord, New Hampshire, and on behalf of the Regiment of Midshipmen, welcome to Kings Point, New York. The Academy's fanfare trumpets signal the beginning of today's parade. Now marching onto the parade field is the regimental staff, led by Regimental Commander, Midshipman Jason Black. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise as the Regimental Color Guard marches on the colors, and please remain standing for our national anthem.
Post the color!
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 12th Superintendent of the United States Merchant Marine Academy, Rear Admiral James A. Ellis. Admiral Dunlap, Dean Kumar, alumni, other distinguished guests, and most importantly, friends and family of 2019. Welcome to the acceptance day ceremony for the class of 2019. Today, we recognize the hard work that 2019 has done, going through their indoctrination training, the reformation of the regiment at the end of the summer training, and the beginning of the academic year. Today marks a day when they have demonstrated as a class that they are fully prepared to accept their responsibilities as members of the regiment of midshipmen. Class of 2016, to the leadership who've taken this far, congratulations. Your hard work and your effort is reflected in the performance of the class of 19. When you look at you look at them, you should see yourselves. Discipline, pride, attention to detail, commitment. So congratulations, 16. Well done thus far. To the parents and families, congratulations to you also. This is the toughest part of the midshipman experience for the families as they go through the rigorous adjustment from being high school students to becoming members of the regiment in one of the nation's 5 federal service academies. They've done very well. You propelled them well to get them here. Your support has been very important to them to get them this far. And I encourage you to continue to provide them your prayers, your love, and your support over the next 3 years and 10 months as they continue their journey towards graduation. 2019. Today is a milestone in your development as future leaders for the nation. Not only will you be formally accepted into the regiment, but you're about to make 2 very important formal commitments. First, you'll be sworn in to the Regiment of Midshipmen, accepting all the responsibilities and duties thereof, pledging to execute them to the best of your ability. This awesome responsibility. These are honors and these are privileges that are bestowed upon you by the American people. Pledge your best to live up to the responsibilities and the expectations the nation has of you as future leaders. So 2019, congratulations thus far, but the journey has only begun. With that, 2019, raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your full name. Having been appointed a midshipman at the United States Merchant Marine Academy. Accept that appointment. And do solemnly swear. That I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States. Against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. That I will comply with all the regulations of the United States Merchant Marine Academy. That I take this obligation freely. Without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. And I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which I am about to enter. So help me God. Congratulations. Welcome to the regiment. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce the Maritime Administrator of the United States of America and the Commandant of the United States Maritime Service, the Honorable Paul Chip Janigan. Sir.
Good morning and what a fantastic day. I do have the distinct privilege of serving as the Maritime Administrator of the United States Department of Transportation and Secretary Anthony Fox. I'd like to extend a warm welcome to the class of 2019, to their families, to their friends, and to their loved ones. 58 graduate of the U.S. Naval Academy. His mother was the first female mayor of South Portland, Maine. After graduating from South Portland High School in 1980, our speaker enrolled at Maine Maritime Academy. He graduated with a bachelor's degree in marine engineering in 1984 and entered the Navy through the Academy's Naval Reserve Officer Training Corps program, ROTC. And he completed a surface warfare qualification aboard the USS Luce, DDJ 38, and was designated as an engineering duty officer. He then went on to complete his master's degree in mechanical engineering at the Naval Postgraduate School in Monterey, California. His engineering duty tours include chief engineer aboard the USS Theodore Roosevelt CVN-71, where he completed a combat deployment in support of Operation Enduring Freedom. Also served as Aircraft Carrier Requirements Officer for Director Air Warfare on the staff of the Chief of Naval Operations, and was the 47th Commander of Puget Sound Naval Shipyard and the Intermediate Maintenance Activity. His many personal decorations include the Legion of Merit, the Meritorious Service Medal, and the Navy and Marine Corps Achievement Medal, 2 awards. He is currently the Deputy Commander of Logistics, Maintenance, and Industrial Operations, CO4 at Navy Sea Systems Command in Washington, D.C. He is known to his family, his friends, his colleagues, as a highly decorated and a hard worker. And even though he is not a Kings Pointer, he is a Mariner, and he truly understands the Kings Point motto, acta non verba, deeds, not words. Please join me in welcoming Navy Rear Admiral Mark Whitney.
Thank you very much. It is truly an honor and a privilege to be here today. So as I think back over time of my 31 years of actually standing in your shoes as about to become Naval Reserve Officer, I think back and reflect on the career that I've had, and I can kind of distill it down to a couple of key points. One is what you're about to do, what you've done so far, and what you're about to do over your time here at a Merchant Marine Academy is critically important to setting you up for success as being future leaders. And what that ties to is the tenet of leadership that you should never expect to tell or do for somebody else what you are not willing to do yourself. So by the time you graduate, you will have stood a watch. You will have hand over hand traced a lube oil system. You would have plotted a course. You will have likely scrubbed the floor of a bathroom with a toothbrush. You will have done all of those things because as a future leader, what you're going to need from your folks that are going to work for you someday is their complete trust. There's 2 types of trust, positional and earned. A lot of people stop at believing that positional trust is all that they need, and that is absolutely not the case. So as you become future leaders, and we're going to need you to be future leaders, both in the Merchant Marine and the United States Navy, you need to have that earned trust. And I can tell you from personal experience, having come from a Maritime Academy, you will have a leg up because you will have done a lot of the things that you're going to expect people to do. With that, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your full name. Having been appointed a midshipman, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office on which I'm about to enter. So help me God. Congratulations.
Forward, up! Left, space! Back, please, solid! Ready? Back, to the right, come on. Wait, walk.
Now being honored are the honor plebes from each platoon during indoctrination. Honor plebes from 1st Company are Ellen Carpenter from Bainbridge Island, Washington, and Kiani Espiritu from Bakersfield, California. Honor plebes from 2nd Company are Haley Galloway from Bentonville, Arkansas, and Brennan Deason from Temecula, California. Honor plebes from 3rd Company are Natalie Glasscock from Dover, Delaware, and Taylor Dial of San Diego, California. Honor plebes from 4th Company are plebes Devin Fiorenza of Tegakay, South Carolina, and Kevin Din of Cincinnati, Ohio. Honor plebes from Band Company are plebes Ellen Walker from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Caleb Burrell from Sanford, North Carolina.
Salute! Ready, go! Left, straight! Forward, march! Left, right. Left, right. Left, 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 right. Squad! Halt!